A very good evening to one and all present here. I am the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Subhashini, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this very interesting meeting number today. It is meeting 299, which means we're close to our milestone 300th meeting. So let's start by introducing the mission of the club. Here at our club, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience through which members are empowered to develop greater communication and leadership skills, which results in self-confidence and personal growth. Now, before we begin, I request everyone to keep your mobile phones on mute. There's a important disclaimer: as we are a club that comes under Toastmasters International, we need to adhere to their rules of no discussion regarding sex, religion, or politics. And we're a college club. Let us not bring up anything against our college, especially in a negative light. Now, no eating or drinking during the meeting. And with that, I hope we have a fun meeting. I'd like to hand over control to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Roshni.
Thank you, Sergeant Rams, Toastmaster Subhashini. So the rest of you, am I audible? Okay. How was you guys' day? Sam, are you exploding? I know it's stressful, but are you exploding?
Sorry, I didn't know how that happened. Just Teams, I guess.
You just responded to the question, how are you? I know, in the same boat as you are. Any other third years here? Nobody. So you guys won't see our blood, tears, and sweat. It's all right. At least we get to go home a few weeks early. So yeah. And with today, my third year as a student is over, just exams and tada, final year, single room, new beginnings. So how about you guys? How are you doing? Exam stress, chill, food, any other focuses? I'd like for everybody to turn on the mic, in some order and tell something that you're pursuing right now, except for academics. Except for academics. Something that's occupying your mind that's not academics.
I
Because
started
Sam and
playing
I,
too much Valorant. Spend the whole day playing Valorant.
Sam, you're not allowed to think of anything else. It's just academics for us. Okay, next. Toastmaster Sean.
I wish I could spend the entire day playing Valor. I'm terrible at FPS games, but there's always time to practice. One thing I did that was not academic. One thing I thought about that wasn't academic. My neighbors, my neighboring room, they broke all their tiles in their hostel room, which is I'm still trying to figure out how that happened. So now there's repairs happening next door, and their entire room is just a mess. So a thing that's not academic related I'm thinking about is wondering how they managed to break all the tiles in their room.
Tires? Tires? Did I hear it right?
Tiles.
Tiles, okay. Cool. And Toastmaster Ryan.
Nothing occupying except my mind. Studies. I've got lab evaluation tomorrow, so that's the only thing on my mind.
Cool. Toastmaster Nikita. Long time no see. Hi.
Hi. Well, besides the failing project, I would say that I've been writing, which I always do, so that count as non-academic because I've been writing.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Toastmaster Pranav. Bye.
Nothing much really. I'm reading a book, The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. That's something that I've been looking forward for a long time. And so, if there's anything other than uh, aerospace that's occupying my mind, that's probably that.
Okay. So that's something that I've been wanting to read for a while. And yes, Namita.
Nothing specific, just rains and water and hoping it to come soon is what I have in my mind.
You're earning for it to come.
Yes.
It rained yesterday here in university.
Yeah, I got to know.
It was almost till half my car.
It was that heavy.
At some points, not everywhere. Yeah. Yes, Shanmugam.
I've been playing too much basketball and music apart from academics. Almost every day I go to play.
That's good. That's good. And yes, Jain, do you have any idea what we are talking about? Yes, Jain? Yes, Jay? Hello.
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were asking if we had anything on our minds other than academics, right?
Yeah.
Me and my friend have started learning Japanese together.
Oh.
Yeah,
That
hopefully we
reminds
could
me
use
of
it
my
as an
friend.
elective.
Do we have Japanese as elective?
We saw it in the list, but we're not even sure if we can pick electives. Oh, it's not.
Don't
Okay.
trust all the lists you see.
Yeah. That's why we started learning it ourselves.
I can tell you more about this situation once the meeting is adjourned.
Sure.
But I think, yeah. Sam, do you have anything other than academics in your mind?
Someone just told me a couple of minutes ago that I'm not supposed to have anything on besides academics on my mind. I remember that. I don't remember.
But I remember
who the someone.
you to be a mischievous person as well, so break it loose. Come on.
Nothing special.
Food, going home,
Well, of
return
course,
ticket.
we'll go home a week after you do, Toastmaster Roshni, because our presentations end on 29th. So
I don't know whether to be happy or sad. But hey, you got this.
Wait, will the
publish a dispatch
milestone
that I'll
meeting be
let you
online
know.
or offline?
Secretary, please tell us the verdict.
We're still deciding. I think we have to come to a decision. It's based on the number of
Okay.
people who want to attend. I think we have to come to a decision.
Cool. Thank you for that. And I think we have interacted with everybody. Have I left anybody? Nobody, right? So I've forced you to think at least one thing that is not academic. I hope that step one for relaxation, considering all our stress, can be attributed to academics. Am I stressed? Am I academically stressed? Probably. But should I be stressed about it? Not necessarily, because things that happen are going to happen and stress doesn't add or take from it. So I'm gonna try and be stressful and use this meeting to let go of all my stress. And I didn't know I was a table topic master today. Did any of you know? I saw the poster in the PR
Yes.
team group and I was shocked. I texted the vice president of education asking, hey, did you know that I was table topic master? Are you sure? Is it me or is it the other Roshni? And she was very sure that it was me. I said, oh, that's fine. No more like, I'm absolutely jobless. Table topic master should be a breeze. So I'm going to use this meeting to let go of all the things that are stressful. Absolutely not stressing out. So I hope you guys can do the same if you want to. With that, I would like to give the control to the general evaluator to introduce the tag team. I don't think guest introduction is required here because the three guests are very familiar and it's just a table topic session. So I'll just give the control to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Subhashini.
Thank you, President. So good evening, everybody. I'm Toastmaster Subhashini and I'm the general evaluator. So the role of the general evaluator is to ensure that the meeting goes as per plan. So we ensure that the meeting starts on time and how the meeting flow goes. Are all the meeting rules followed? And helping me with this would be the tag team. So I'll start by introducing our timer for today, Toastmaster Samir. Over to you, Toastmaster Samir.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. As my role, as the name of my role says, I will time everything you do from your table topic speech. Well, that's the only thing we're going to be doing today. So I'll be timing table topic speeches, and the criteria, as we know, but I will still say it just in case so that we can keep it in mind. The timing criteria for the table topic session is speech from 1 minute, 1.5 minute, 2 minutes. So during these times, I will use moments of time. I will show the green card, the yellow card, and the red card. 1, 1.5, 2. And I will present my report when I'm called upon by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you for introducing your role, Toastmaster Samir. Now I'd like to call upon the R counter for today, which is Toastmaster Namita. She's a first-time role player, so I hope you do all your best. Over to you, Toastmaster Namita.
First of all, thank you so much. And hi, everyone. I am Namita, and this is my first first role of taking in Toastmasters. So, as the name suggests, my role for today will be the R counter, and I'll basically count the number of fillers you use up, like so, but, and whatnot. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namita. So now let's call upon the grammarian for the meet, Toastmaster Pranav, to introduce his role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, Toastmasters. I'm Toastmaster Pranav Vaidi. I'm the grammarian for the day. And my job is to note the excellent and great uses of grammar and also to note down the incorrect uses. And at the end, I will present my report. It's also my duty to present the word of the day. And so the word of the day is ambivalent. So I figured that we are living in uncertain times with the third year's exam getting preponed and the first year is being asked to stay back home for a couple of days. So ambivalent comes from two Greek words. Ambi, the prefix means on both sides, and valentia means capability. So ambivalent technically means having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something or someone. And so the use cases, maybe you can use it in a sentence like the first years were asked to felt ambivalent after they were asked to stay back home for a couple more days, torn between the comfort of their home and choosing new experiences at the university. I will note down. I put the word of the day in the box, in the chat box, and I encourage all of you to use it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranav. So now, along with the tag team, towards the end of the meeting, I shall deliver my report on the entire meeting. And with that being said, now I shall pass over control to the table topics master for today, Toastmaster Roshni, to conduct the table topic session.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and I'm sorry, Toastmaster Namita, I was a bit unsure. So, Toastmaster Namita, not getting any more. Cool. So, do any of you here not know what table topic session is? Okay, obviously Toastmaster Samir. I'll explain that for you and guest Shanmugan. So, table topic session is something that's done in Toastmasters meeting. It's a regular part of the meetings. And in this session, the table topic master will give you a sentence, topic, quote, point to debate, or anything that the table topic master pleases. And you guys will have to, in the spur of a moment, think and talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. And in that moment, you can use your skill of all the skills that you can think about when it comes to impromptu or prepared speeches, a place for you to experiment and explore. This session will aim to help you be better at small talks, which is probably the things that would get us bigger opportunities. You see somebody in the corridor, you say hi, and they say hi, or they don't say hi, like Nikita, and they just walk right past you. Or you tend to find a topic or some random topic on even how sunny it is or how rainy it is, then they might remember you. You might get an internship, or you might get a mutual friend. There are lots of things that could come out of small talk. So even if you're bad at small talk, this is exactly the place for you. I hope this is clear. This is the table topic session, and I'm your table topic master. Shall we proceed? So, as usual, considering this is just a table topic session and no prepared speeches, I have a twist. I want you guys to be honest in this activity. Think of anything, but not a monkey. Okay, how many of you thought about a monkey? Secretary, Postmaster, Amrita, guest Jain, and I think the rest of you thought about elephants or something. Cool. So that's the theme of this session. I'll give you a topic, but I'll also give you a word which you're not allowed to use during your speech. So I request the R counter. Who's the R counter for today? Yeah, Namita Madhu. I know it's your first time, but here's a task. So you will be noting down the word that I'm telling that is not supposed to be used, and you'll maintain a count of how many times the speaker is using that word. So who would like to go first? Toastmasters. Toastmaster Sean. Yes. Okay. All of them are interesting.
I have volunteered to be sacrificed. I mean, tribute.
Yes. Toastmaster Sean. End semester, Toastmaster Sean. Word not to be used are exams or exam or any variation of exam.
End semesters. You're always pretty ambivalent about it. On one hand, there are tests. Wait, I'm not sure if variants of the word count. My bad. On the other hand, thanks.
Not that
on
word
the other hand,
or the words that have a root word as exam.
On the other hand, it's a chance for me to go back home. Holidays are very varied and sporadic. They come out of nowhere. My parents keep messaging me asking about when my end semester holidays begin. I still have no idea. They come every now and then. Out of when I think of end semesters, I look forward to going back home and meeting my friends, which is another problem because when I'm with my friends here, I occasionally call them by my friends back home, by the name of my friends back home. When I go back home, I call them by the name of my friends here. It leads to a lot of awkward conversations, but they're just very similar in personality. That's how I defend it. So when I think about end semesters, I think about going back home. I think about seeing my friends again, seeing my family again. I see my family a lot more than I go back home, actually. But yes, yeah, family. I agree, family. So that's what I think when I think about end semesters. Back to you, table topics master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sean, for taking up that first bullet. For the first time in Amrita Toastmasters Club, I don't think we have done this form of session before. So there you go. Now you know how to use it. The tip is what I told you, made you do in the first half. That is, don't think about something. No, I'm not going to give you the tip. I'll give you the tip once the session is over. It's fun to see you guys. What is the word? I'll find it later. Okay. So do I have my next volunteer? How about Toastmaster Nikita? Yeah.
All right. I am
Okay.
not ready for this.
I'm really confused on which topic to give you.
Okay. That is a very
Okay.
concerning note to start this wrong. I hope I'm audible to everyone, by the way. That's kind of important.
You're audible.
Cool.
Everest, Toastmaster Nikita. Toastmaster Nikita, Everest. The word not to be used is climbing.
I'm sorry, did you say terrorist?
Everest.
Oh, Everest.
Mount Everest. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I guess I should apologize for my bad auditory processing issues. Uh,
It's
well,
all
it's
right. We
at
can be
least
accommodative and type the title.
it's funny. Yes, Mount Everest. When I think of Mount Everest, I think of snow, which I've never seen in my life. Even though I've been to hill stations, especially in the north, I had the great misfortune of going there during the summers when it doesn't snow, and during the winters, I don't get enough holidays to go there. And when I think of Mount Everest, I think of, the usual or the tallest mountain in the world type thing. And I remember we had this one chapter specifically on people who try to scale it and either fail spectacularly or win majestically. And I'm happy for the latter. I can't say anything about the former. Uh, And I have seen a lot of discourse, especially when I was young. I think it kind of everybody just kind of forgot about it, but I've had a lot of debates about whether Everest is technically in India or in Nepal. I'm pretty sure it's in Nepal, but the base starts in India or something. I have no idea about that, and I still don't know how geography works to this day. So yeah, when I think of Mount Everest, I think of fold mountains. That's how the Himalayan range was formed by tectonic plates kind of crashing into each other. And I think of how young it is because uh, I'm using a lot of filler words, aren't I? Yeah, fold mountains, snow, ice, scaling. That's Mount Everest. Thank you, and back to the debut topic.
I'm really proud of myself for making people use filler words. Good attempt, Toastmaster Nikita. And do I have my next volunteer? Toastmaster. Okay, Toastmaster Veda. Are you there? Are you
Yes,
stuck?
yes, yeah.
I think your video is stuck.
Hi, is it fine now?
I can see
Um,
Toastmaster Veda, and she's clearly audible.
I know, Sam, you have extraordinary Wi-Fi. How about the rest of us?
It's all
the
fine with
same for
us.
me as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool then. I will give the topic. Toastmaster Veda, automobile, Toastmaster Veda. The root word not to be used is driving.
All right. The first thing I think about when I hear the word automobile is a car, and I like cars. I like to look at cool cars like a Porsche or something like that. I like Porsche a lot, and my Instagram is filled with the 911 and the McQueen and the Sally and all that. So yes, I've always pictured myself traveling in a car that I bought on my own, and I am driving a good car when I grow up. And also, I also think about how these cars are made and how they are designed, and how one actually thought about the design and how you're supposed to sit, and then you have someone beside you, you can have someone behind you. Why can't I sit behind, or why can't I sit on the other? I mean, it's too fascinating to me. I think about cars and all that the whole time. And also, I like people who talk about cars, so I love to talk to my friends and all that too. So yeah, thank you.
Okay. Good job, Toastmaster Veda. I really have no idea what you guys are going through because I have not gone through it. But it's fun to see you guys go through it. And maybe I should put another limit on how many times you can use the word cars or the word from the question. But it's all right because it's first session, we'll let it go. And from next session, we'll put more scrutiny on the speaker. Okay. Guys, have fun, have fun, have fun. No scrutiny, cross the word. Nothing was stored, nothing was heard. Okay. Do I have my next volunteer? Toastmaster Ryan, yeah. What do I give you? I don't remember any facts about you to give a topic that is contradicting to it, so I just have to give a topic that I have here.
Okay.
How about, okay. Toastmaster Ryan. Salon, Toastmaster Ryan. The word not to be used is style.
Salon, you said.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually pretty fond of grooming, men's fashion, and all of that. So my real interest somewhere lies in grooming men's hair. I actually at some point of time wanted to become a barber, and I used to call it hair professional. I think the word we're not supposed to use is style, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Hair professional, and my mom always makes fun of it because in my mother tongue it's called hajam. I speak Urdu at home, and she makes fun of me, saying, "Oh, you want to be a hajam? You're studying an engineering degree, and it's this sudden thing you want to become a barber." So I tell my mom, no, it's not called a barber, it's called a hair professional. And I really like, giving people makeover. And men's makeover is something like women's makeup. Uh, like um, like just how men have beard and hair, some kind of grooming would actually make them equivalent to women. And that's what I think about salon. Back to the toast table topics, master.
Good job, Toastmaster Ryan. But I hope that's a real story and that's not something you made up. Is it a real story?
It is a real story. I actually wanted to become a hairstylist. Given that now I
Oh,
can use the
wow.
word style.
Yeah, you can. Wow. I can't believe how suitable the topic, like how the topic went to the person suitable for it. Okay, do I have my next volunteer? Volunteer, not victim, volunteer. We are using the right words from now. Reforms made. Volunteer. How about guest Jain?
Sure.
Do you like to turn on your video?
Wait, 1 second.
Okay, I also have no idea what your interests are, so I might have to hope that it becomes something like I gave Toastmaster Ryan. Guest Jain. Academia. Academia. Guest Jain. The word not to be used is students. Student, root word, anything student.
The topic was academia. When I think of the word academia, the first thing that comes to my mind is something like a degree. Because I feel like the proof of an academia or the proof of being an academic would be some sort of certificate or some sort of written document stating that you have completed some form of education or some qualification. And I've always associated academia with something like higher studies. For example, completing a master's or a graduate program. And to me, that's always seemed pretty daunting because I've always hated academics, and the thought of wanting to do more even after going to college in an undergraduate program and forcing yourself through at least a few more years of that seems incredibly painful. And just for someone who doesn't really want to go into research and wants to focus more on work experience, just the word academia brings up bad memories and not wanting to think about that word in the future. That's all I can think of right now.
Thank you, guess, Shan. You guys are getting good at this. I can observe it. Do I have my next volunteer? Yes, Shanmugam. Guess Shanmugam. Burgers, guess Shanmugam. The word not to be used is food.
Okay. Just to get things right, you told burger and not use food.
Grammarian, please note that count. Yeah.
That's
You can
not
call
a
it
count.
FOOD, but you chose to use the word. So
Okay, you had me tricked at this point. Okay,
just
fine.
kidding,
But
just kidding,
yes,
just
yeah.
kidding. Your time hasn't started yet.
Okay. So burgers are a delicacy to the mouth. Burgers have multiple layers where you have two fluffy buns roasted in butter, ghee, whatever you call it, to make them a bit, how to tell. Uh, People too much oil it too much, and then you have the crusty patty in between. I remember when you tell burgers, how many of them have watched SpongeBob? There are people, the entire shows about the crusty patties in their crusty crabs, and then a small pickle who's apparently, let me call a insect, they call plankton, to go steal the recipe, blah blah blah, and then they make food out of the leftover grease and all. So by telling burger, it brought me back to that era as well. Think of that. And yeah, burgers come in various different types. The burgers made by the McDonald's, Burger King are not burgers. They're just some two a meat between two buns. Okay, yeah, it's also pickup line based on that. I want to put my meat between your buns. Okay. Uh, hope I don't get. Hope it's under the uh yeah. So think of that, burgers make up in a lot of different worlds, into pickup lines, into worst burgers, into great burgers. So there are multiple type of burgers, and then hope everyone eats a burger again and enjoys it.
Okay, guess Shanmugam. Moving on. It was really torturous in the first half of the speech where I thought I did myself a disservice and the people who are residing in the hostel by giving that topic. Hearing that word more than once made me want to just run out somewhere and grab something and come back and yum 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 on it. But
But
it's okay.
please not
We have self-control.
McDonald's and Burger King. They're not burgers.
Well, anything will do. Anything will do. Sam, come on, you're also inside the hostel. Let's not poke on each other's back. Oh no, my mouth is watering right now. Too bad. Can I have my next volunteer? Or should we start second round? Or is everybody done? Toastmaster Roshni. Not me, the other one. The new one. The younger one.
Yes, yes, I'm here. I don't
Yeah,
know
you've
if
been
the net
summoned.
is good though.
Okay. I
Can you
see you
see
are in
me?
ground floor. Yeah,
This is the only place where I get any sort of connection.
okay. Are you aware of the format of the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. Toastmaster Roshni. Stuffed toys.
Sorry,
Stuffed
sir.
toys. Stuffed toys. Toastmaster Roshni. The word not to be used is animal, or any word that has root word as animal.
Am I audible? Can I start?
Yeah.
So, good evening, everyone. So, stuffed toys. I'm not going to say I've had a love-hate relationship with them. I've always had a hate relationship with them. I absolutely detest stuffed toys. Any sort, any type of them, any variant of them. I mean, just get me a pillow. I'll hold on to it. I'll sleep with it. I don't need it to be cute. I don't need it to be creepily staring at me in the night and scare me when wake up in the middle of the night. Uh, I still remember, I think when I was like 7 or 8, I think that's the age when they think, oh, a 7-year-old girl would like a stuffed bear or a stuffed whatever. Um, and I didn't know. I obviously couldn't say no to them, so I had to have it. I had to accept it, and yeah, so I just don't love it. Thank you.
Yeah. Good work tackling that. I just noticed you're wearing braces. I'm wearing braces too. Not another similarity. It's okay. Do I have my next volunteer? Is everybody in the meeting? Has everybody in the participants list spoken? Okay. Should we go to round 2?
Round two is fine.
Do I
Before
have a
round
thumbs up?
two, can the guests decide upon a table topic to the table topic master like we have always? In a TTM marathon, that works. You get to roast us, we get to roast you. Mutual.
Well, am I not the officer in control at the moment?
Yeah, but we request this to make it a customary
Last
mandate.
meeting I was made to do that, but this meeting you can't because
Hope.
maybe towards the end of second round.
Okay, fine, works.
Yeah.
You
People first.
you
That way I can take more observation from you guys.
yeah, so then I can come up with much more harder topic for the TTM master, hopefully.
Test who that you're gonna come up with the topic. Okay. Should we go in the same order that we had the first time?
Different order.
Have
Yeah,
one
I think
person
we
in the
can switch it
meeting
up.
who. Okay. Volunteer to yourself.
Shanmugam, I went first last time. I think you should go first this time.
And then okay.
I'm struggling between two topics. Yes, Shanmugam. Athletics. Athletics. Yes, Shanmugam. The word not to be used, the root word not to be used is sport.
Okay. Yeah. At last, one topic where I can speak a lot about. Thank you so much. Yeah. So athletics. Athletics, there are athletics challenges you a lot. It takes you need to build up intense stamina which can be used everywhere in your daily lives. Stamina is the key in your entire life, from any place you and athletics is where you engage a lot. After having a hard full time of studying, athletics where you can leash out and then go spend your time, forget all that, have your emotions, be in the field. And athletics is not just about, people have a common notion that athletics is just running and jogging and all the track events, but athletics also has various field events. For example, the hammer disc throw and the shot put, etc., which challenges you a lot. The form you have to throw, and especially javelin, and that too recently India has been picking up a lot in athletics as well, which is a good sign compared to all other countries. We are doing a great progress at this point. So athletics has various dimensions. It challenges a person very mentally as well and also physically. It requires a lot of hard work, patience, and the perseverance for you to compete in that very high standards where you set a mark for yourself as well. This is one sport which I'll tell is a lot individual focus and we can train individually as well. But yet there are events examples such as relays as well, which also needs teamwork and coordination as well. So stamina is the key everywhere, from day-to-day lives to the field as well. So yeah, stamina matters and athletics goes in hand with stamina and hard work. So yes.
That's something that I was able to relate to. Thank you, Gesh Shanmugam. Do I have my next volunteer? How about Toastmaster Nikita?
Hello again.
Hello. Toastmaster Nikita.
Yes.
Social media. Social media. Toastmaster Nikita.
Okay.
The root word not to be used is anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start now. Timer, keep note. Social media is something that has changed a lot over our lives. I remember nothing about social media from my childhood, but I remember it from my teens. People in my class were obsessed with getting Facebook or something else. I am not sure. I was a reclusive monk. I lived under a rock. And then later on, I got Instagram, and it's like, it's like making a deal with the devil. You made the deal and you got what you wanted, but at what cost? It is a pretty ambivalent place to be present in, and the constant doom scrolling, the constant numbing yourself, and also the constant entertainment that you get. It's a boon and a bane at the same time. And you get to shout into the world whatever you want, and people who agree with you will agree with you, and people who hate you will threaten you. But it is like a stretch of the right to free speech, and it's becoming more and more of a black hole of the same thing over and over again. And I really do think that I like social media. I really think it's a fun way to connect with new people and reconnect with old friends. But at the same time, I think we need a purgatory of some sorts to make sure we all don't drown in content someday. Thank you for the topic, and back to the table topic master.
You successfully handled the topic of the era. Good job. Do I have my next volunteer? Toastmaster Veda. Toastmaster Veda. Rainbow. Rainbow. Toastmaster Veda. The root word not to be used is color.
All right, I am in Bangalore right now, and I'm very proud to say that it's raining here every single day for the past week. I bet everyone in Coimbatore and other places in Tamil Nadu are like so mad at me right now. But yeah, we haven't seen a rainbow yet. And but I have seen there's a lake just next to my house, and we go on cycling trips sometimes, and then we see a rainbow in the evening if it rains that emerges from the water of the lake, and then there's another lake on the other side. So the rainbow kind of like arches between both the lakes, and it's very nice. And I've seen this a few times, like at least 4 or 5 times in my 10 years of living in the house I'm living in right now. So yeah, rainbows are a sign of hope. Rainbows are yeah, and also that's all I have to say.
Successfully tackled. Act another ball towards the goal. Do I have my next volunteer? Toastmaster N. Okay. Toastmaster Rain. Adventure. Adventure. Toastmaster Rain. The word not to be used is me. I. Any pronouns. It's not a word exactly, but it's pronouns. He, she, it, they, them, I, me, who, you.
Okay, just have to say it like an essay. Adventure for a person is anything which brings him immense joy, immense thrill in doing something out of the box. For someone, it may be taking the scooter out of the house without his parents noticing, coming to the college and going back without a doubt. For someone else, it may be um, for someone else, it may be, lying to someone and then getting away with it. Adventure can be thrilling, something which gives you an adrenaline rush, anything which raises your heartbeat, anything which makes you feel alive is something I would like to call an adventure. I think I used I. Yep, that's it. Thank you. Back to the table topics master.
I am sorry, Rain. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I wish I could have done the second round for all of them with this. But you were the lucky person. Let's call it lucky and move on. Do I have my next volunteer? It's going to get only crazier, guys. So volunteer first. Okay. Toastmaster Sean.
Hello. I think my network is having some issues as it's trying. If I can, I'll switch on my video. I don't think I can.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Sean, Marx, Toastmaster Sean, the device not to be used is present tense. You're not clearly audible, Sean. Hello. Toastmaster Sean, are you here? Okay. You want me to reassign the topic? Yeah, okay. So, guest Jen, are you there in the meeting? Right? Who do I have? Toastmaster Roshni, do you want to take a second topic?
Sure.
Okay.
It will
The
be
same
my chance
topic.
of redemption.
Yeah. Again, at another Toastmaster Roshni. Marx, Toastmaster Roshni. The device not to be used is present tense or any variation of present. Present perfect. Yeah. Participle. Continuous.
May I start? Okay. So, Marx, I assume most of us have given us exams just a week ago, and the juniors, I feel bad for you. uh, we will be getting our marks in a month or so, and I'm really bad at this. Uh, sorry, I'm stuck. I can't differentiate between past and present anymore. Um, this is not the first time we'll be getting our marks. We have gone through this before, and to everyone who has that's present, has is present. Uh, I just want you all to remember the last time you all got your marks. It was either a very joyous moment or a very not joyous one. And I just want to say, I don't remember my marks from the last examinations I've given, and I don't suppose you have either. And since I'm very bad at grammar, apparently, I would just like to say they're just marks. They don't define your life, and they don't define the person you are. And yeah, thank you.
Good job, Toastmaster Roshni. It's all right, guys. Nobody is going to ask you to do this in the future. There is not an Olympic level race for the table topic session. It's just like brushing your teeth with your left hand for the right-handers and brushing your teeth with the right hand for the left-handers. Something out of the box, making you think than the regular autopilot and blabbing. Let's not call it blabbing. Impromptu speaking display. Yeah. So I have two more topics left. And who are the two people who haven't taken their second chance yet?
Jain.
Or are you there, guest Jane? Do you want to turn on your
Yeah.
video?
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Guest Jane. Envelope. Envelope. Guest Jane. The root word not to be used is letter.
Wait, the topic was envelope.
Yeah.
Okay. When I think of envelope, I think of a mail, and I imagine a sort of cartoony version of it, something that you would see a postman in like a light blue uniform with dark navy shorts and a t-shirt, who arrives in a van and like puts it in your mailbox. And the only reason I can think of that is because it's been so long since I've actually thought and used envelopes to deliver mails, and not the other word which I'm not allowed to use, because Gmail has been Gmail and other email has been such a big part of our lives, and so it just feels weird to think about the use of envelopes in daily life, other than the occasional important documents, which usually aren't associated with envelopes. They're usually in some sort of folder. I'm still trying to think of the last time I actually used an envelope to deliver something to someone, and I think it's been at least a decade since I have, even considering how young we are. I have nothing else I can share on this topic anymore. So yeah, thank you for the topic. Back to you.
Okay, the topics master. Did you, I mean, you're muted. I just want to say that.
Thank you, buddy. I had a question to the general evaluator. General evaluator, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Is it all right if I extend the session so that every single role player gets one opportunity to speak, considering everybody got to, poor people are just sitting and taking notes? I think they would wish to have at least talk on at least one. So can we extend the session a bit?
I think we
Not
can
escaping
up to
Sam.
not the tabletop session. I mean the entire meeting as a whole. Is that okay? Would that
I
be
didn't
enough
get
time?
the catch.
I think we can extend it up to 6:15, say 6:15, 6:20. Would that be enough time?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
How many role players do we have? General evaluator, tag, and TT master. 5 people.
Yes, I think we should be able to finish that and the other reports. I think we can proceed.
Okay. And yes, Shanmugam, you can send the topic to the general evaluator. So general evaluator can give me the topic.
Okay, fine. So before
Yeah.
any of the role player starts, let the TTM start. Before anyone, TTM should start.
No. I think we have one more person to talk, right? A person who hasn't spoken, taken their second chance.
Yeah,
Toastmaster
it's
Pranav, is that you?
Sean. Toastmaster Sean.
Okay. Toastmaster Pranav, did you speak though? For the second time. Are you a role player?
Toastmaster Pranav, if you mean Toastmaster Pranav Bairi, is a grammarian.
Okay, yeah. I just didn't hear him speak. So Toastmaster Sean, are you ready?
I am ready. However, we also have Aditya who just joined late. So I would like to pass along the opportunity for him to speak.
All right. Oh, I'm afraid we are.
If I may, I don't think I can. I joined to hear you all speak, but I have a lot of disturbance on my end, so I don't think I'll be able to speak. And I definitely can't turn on my video, so I think you should just take it. I wouldn't mind at all. I am here to just hear all of you speak.
If that's the case, then I think you missed most hilarious speeches. But hey, you have 6 more people and 6 more topics. So, Sean, Toastmaster Sean, are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready. Am I audible, visible? All good.
Okay. Toastmaster Sean. Journal. Journal. Toastmaster Sean. The device not to be used is pronouns.
Journaling is a frequent hobby when you ask someone for their hobbies. And I've used two pronouns already. Oh my god. Uh, so if you oh my god, this is a terrible talk. Oh my god, it's all going downhill from here. Journaling is a very useful hobby to have. It helps one recollect better. It helps a person keep track of their day better, keep track of their person's memories better. Uh, and I'm sure that there is someone out there who has learned more about another person's grandparents or how people lived back in the day purely through journals. So journals are not just a very useful hobby, but they're also a testament to the passage of time. They stand as a memorial to the lives of people that have passed away, the lives of people who no longer live. Uh, Journals have also formed the basis of some of our most well-known autobiographies. Maybe you've read of the autobiography of Helen Keller or other well-known people. So journaling is not just a useful task, but it also serves as a memorial to let future generations know of how time was, how the past was. Thank you very much. Back to the table topics.
Okay, the second person who tackled the challenge of pronouns. Good job, Toastmaster Sean. And I think that's it. Now it's on to the role players. And General Evaluator, do you have my topic from guest Shanmugam?
Yes, I do.
Please proceed.
The topic for the Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Roshni, is life with glasses. The word to be avoided is difficulties.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So life with glasses. When do you guys think I started wearing spectacles? Was it when I was 2 months old? Or 2 months back? Or when I was 12? I don't know. It was probably when I was in second grade or third grade. I didn't find a point in wearing specs. They just took me to the hospital and took a power test, and it was very small plastic frame with thick rectangle in maroon color. It's not even maroon, it's pinkish maroon. I don't know how I thought that was going well, but I chose that. Rebelled with my dad like every single time I do when I go to the spec shop. I take 2 hours or more and end up choosing this frame that my dad says no to, and the frame that I said I don't want, the probably the first frame that the person showed, which I said no to, and then finally rounded back. And you know what? The first time I wore specs, I mostly would forget to wear it, and my dad has to find it in weird spots and bring it back to me. Do you remember you have a specs? Thank God we got something in plastic so that you won't break it. And there are many other stories of me losing a very good metallic frame in the flight, losing one in karate class, and somebody actually breaking it intentionally, and me breaking one side of the specs. Okay, I've changed many frames, and I have around 5 frames in this drawer currently because my dad knows I can't live without specs. It has gotten worse, yeah. And to give you guys a good imagery, what hairstyle do you think the girl in fourth standard with that pink box framed specs had? Obviously long hair. Bangs. curtain bangs that extended from the center of my head through my forehead. So that's a beautiful imagery that I have given to you guys. To anybody who might want to get a laugh, there you go. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So how are we going to manage the tag team labs here? Who's going to time the timer? Okay, let's do this. General Evaluator does all the roles and reports back to them. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we start with the tag order. Timer, are you ready? And even if you aren't ready, we are proceeding.
Yeah, please.
So this is a different combination in the sense there is not one weird thing that you're supposed to do, but two.
Oh.
Do you know the
Oh,
meaning of
wonderful.
wildcard,
Please.
Toastmaster Samir?
I was supposed to learn the meaning of it in a Uno game. Yes.
It means that you can choose whatever you want. Given that, I've informed you of that. Toastmaster Samir. Wildcard, Toastmaster Samir. The device not to be used is repetition. No repetition of any words.
Okay. Yep, let's get started. When with the table topics master I talked about the word wildcards, I was thinking about the anime called Jujutsu Kaisen. There's a particular episode in season 2, episode 17, where two powerful characters fight, and their their battle is destructive to the point where an entire district is slashed, burnt, and all the people in it. I mean, you know what? Nothing's left apart by the end of their by the end of that horrible mass murder. The only thing that's left in the district of Shibuya is a crater. No buildings, no ashes, no rubble, no blood, no corpses, no bones. Just an empty hole in the map of Japan. It makes me wonder how powerful or how scary sometimes we living beings can really be. How the amount of mass destruction we can cause, or the amount of bloodshed we can indulge in. It's kind of fast. I'm not being sadistic, or I'm not being bloodthirsty, but I must admit it's sort of fascinating. And I've always wanted to be like one of those characters called Sukuna in German, Sukuna, the King of Curses. I've always wanted to be like. I'm not saying I'm a fan of his, but after watching that particular scene, especially when he expands his domain, I must say, yeah, I'm timing myself as well. I must say, especially with the onslaught of music, as the background score plays, it reveals how divine his technique truly is. So it's important to be an artist, I would say. Be an artist. Be so good at understanding the rules to the point that you can break them. I can't use the word again, so yeah, so that they can be broken amazingly well. Thank you.
Good job, Toastmaster Sam. I think that's probably an entire gym session for the grammarian to take note of everything. I'm activating your brain. It's in probably all the colors that is possibly there. I think it's not the entire brain, just a small part. I don't know which part. Okay, I hope it doesn't crash. I don't want to be held responsible for that. But do let me know if it's going overboard, because the topics coming are crazier. The R counter.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Considering your new Toastmaster, do you want a torturous one or an interesting one?
Both sound like the same coin, both sides of the same coin. So I guess you can go for whatever you want.
Do not blame me. I'm giving the torturous one to you. Toastmaster Namita Madhu. Charge. Charge. Toastmaster Namita Madhu. The word not to be used is charge.
Thank you so much. Am I audible clearly? The worst thing you can do to a triple student like me is to give me such a topic and then ask me not to use the word CHARGE in its pronunciation. So, thinking of that word, the first thing that comes to my mind is definitely physics and academics. Because the first thing that came to my mind when I thought about that word was atoms. And yeah, atoms, literally. So, CHARGE is what makes up an atom and what constitutes. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, let's move on from the physics version to the use of the word in daily life. To get boosted up is the synonym of getting the word up. And you go to a gym, you get boosted up, you get boosted up mentally, you get boosted up physically. You come to a Toastmasters meeting, you get boosted up mentally, not necessarily physically. But there are also situations when you get tortured like these by the TTM. And thank you, TTM, for that. So, I don't know, I'm literally out of words. Please don't let any of my classmates or my teachers hear this because I'm out of words about a word that I am supposed to be using every day, every single word, every single line. So thank you so much.
I gave you the choice, Toastmaster Namita. Now you know to never leave it up to me. But hey,
I expected a bit more humane. It's okay. It's all an experience.
I am merciless. Especially when I sit in the throne of a TTM, you should expect none of it. Not even a teeny tiny bit. Okay, I love this, by the way. I don't hate you guys. I love doing this. Yeah. So over to the grammarian.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you want an interesting topic or a torturous topic?
Whichever you deem the best.
We still have brave people left. Toastmaster Pranav Bairi. Space, space, Toastmaster Pranav Bairi. The word not to be used is space.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. One topic that I've really look forward to. It is an empty abyss where nothing exists. And yet we channel all of our time and energy and resources into exploring that. It's a very an interesting concept, really, because the word, which is which basically correlates to nothingness, we have it inside us, we have it around us, and yet, and we are filled, we are surrounded by it, and yet we can never seem to get enough. We can never have enough of it in our lives. We can never have enough of it in our careers, and yet we are in an eternal cycle, a closed loop cycle, trying to chase it, trying to find meaning, desperately trying to fit something into it. But at the end of the day, we realize that that is much bigger than all of us. And it can never be filled. It can never be fulfilled. And it is this empty, huge vacuum of nothingness. And you get a very ambivalent feeling. That has been my time. Thank you.
Good tackle, Toastmaster Pranav. I think you did more than tackle in that one. And Sergeant at Arms, please do make note of our guest from Shoals Club, Infosys Shoals Club. She has been messaging me for all our meetings, but I end up seeing the message later than required. She requires the link to be sent to her in personal chat, and because I'm there constantly in the meeting, I'm not checking the message, and now she is too late to join. I feel bad.
Could you
Toastmaster
please?
Lily.
Okay, I shall text her from the next time. Thank you for informing me.
Yeah. Thank you. I really feel bad. This was a fun session. Okay. General Evaluator, are you ready for your topic?
I'm sorry, yes.
Toastmaster Subhashini?
Yes. I was called a Sergeant at Arms, and so I forgot about my GE role for a bit.
Okay. So it's going to be a normal note to end on. Don't worry, no interesting or torturous ones, except if you want one. Do you want one? Which is not.
Whatever you wish.
Okay. Considering we have something tomorrow, let's have that as a hint. Toastmaster Subhashini. Power. Toastmaster Subhashini. The word not to be used is root word, any word with root word choice, or anything that means choice, option. Yeah. Synonymous.
Sorry, just give me a second to close the door. I'm sorry about that. Power is a very interesting thing. There are so many people who once the power is vested in them, they aren't quite sure how to handle it. There's so many stories of people getting drunk on power where they start going on a power high. Quite a common term you read in management books, the news, everywhere, quite literally. There are so many cases of bosses in companies where they just take over completely, where the employees are made to feel like they have no choice at all. And this is something that is so prevalent. And one such thing I've noticed is that in some places it is purely hierarchical. The person at the top exercises all the power, and there is no more division of power. The person at the top relays out orders, and everyone else is expected to carry it along without any specific ability to raise their own voice out their own opinions. Then there are times when there are teams that work together, where there still is power at the top, where there is someone who calls the final shots, but they do so with after considering everyone's point of view, after ensuring that the best is done for whatever the organization is. I think sadly, for n number of reasons, that a lot of times power tends to be concentrated at the top, and it tends to be exercised in such a ruthless way, be it in terms of the ones at top think, okay, with the power vested in me, I shall do this. Or the person who's working for me, they are from this country, they're not a national of this country, and so they just have to listen to me. There are so many reasons, and I could go talking on and on about it, but power is a risky, dangerous gamble certain times. Thank you.
That's an interesting take, a very real one as well. So I think that's all for today's session. There is a reason behind the session being this way, which I would like to reveal to all of you. But should I do it now or during my presidential closing note? Or to you,
Closing note,
general
please.
evaluator. Yeah.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. So, good evening, everyone. Before I deliver my report, I'd like to we'll start off with the tag team reports. Starting off with the timer, Toastmaster Samir. Over to you.
Hi. Oh, wait, let me just set the perfect background. A Jujutsu Kaisen fan would definitely recognize this. A man with the infinite void. Perfect setting. So I'm here to present my report. To summarize it in 2 words, no time disqualifications. And interestingly, everyone spoke between 1 minute and 2 minutes, exactly between those, except for three people. That is Table Topics Master, myself, the timer, and the general evaluator. Everyone spoke between 1 to 2 minutes. So let's go round wise. Round one. I wish I could do this on the stage. Toastmaster Sean, I had spoken for 1 minute 29 seconds. Toastmaster Nikita, you have spoken for 1 minute 46 seconds. Toastmaster Veda, you have enlightened us for 1 minute 18 seconds. Toastmaster Rehan, I've never been more interested in your ambitions but your expressing of your ambitions for 1 minute 26 seconds was super interesting. Guest Jain, sorry, but your background, your wall was too good, so I kept looking at that 1 minute 8 seconds. But I had a real delight looking at that background. Yes, Shanmugam, you spoke for 1 minute 37 seconds. Postmaster Roshni Nadella, you spoke for 1 minute 3 seconds. Round two. Dear guest Shanmugam, you have enlightened us on athletics, on the world of athletics for 1 minute 49 seconds. Dear Toastmaster Nikita, your your verbal essay on social media for about 1 minute and 42 seconds shall go down in the history of ATC. Given that this is recorded, I can promise you that. Toastmaster Veda, you spoke for 1 minute 9 seconds about all the rainbows, the rain, the beautiful weather. Toastmaster Rehan, you spoke for 1 minute 10 seconds, and that was, I relate with you. I feel personally bad. I mean, you handled it in the bravest way possible, Toastmaster Rehan. I got butchered in a table topics on the stage once. Toastmaster Roshni Nadella, you spoke for 1 minute 34 seconds. Yes, Jain. Sorry, your background is too good. 1 minute and 13 seconds. But I like your take on academia, I must admit. Toastmaster Sean, I loved your note, your 1 minute and 44 seconds of charade. That was such an amazing circumvention of the circumstances. On to the role takers. Like I've said, interestingly, it's the role players, three of the role players who went overboard in the red card. But again, it's very interesting because Toastmaster Roshni spoke for 2 minutes 19 seconds. I spoke for 2 minutes 11 seconds. The general evaluator spoke for 2 minutes 1 seconds. Yes, just 1 second. I mean, you would have avoided the green card by just 2 seconds. So, and Toastmaster Namita, Toastmaster Pranav Vaidhi. This is an amazing coincidence, but 1 minute 33 seconds, both of you. This is the summary of my fascinating long report. I thank the general evaluator for this. Back to Dow.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samir, for that very poetic report. I have to admit, I quite enjoyed it. Now I'd like to call upon our counter, Toastmaster Namita.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I would be presenting my report on the R counter for this meeting. Toastmaster Samir, I couldn't find any filler words, but you did use repetition 3 times in your first talk. I don't remember the words clearly. Very sorry for that, but you did repeat. Yeah, one word was amount, I remember. Then guess Shanmugam, your filler words were you used 1 etc. 5 hours, and in your TTM speech you had used the word sport once that you were not supposed to use. Toastmaster Pranav, you had 3 ands, 1 and no use of words that were restricted for you. Toastmaster Roshni, you had 1 and that's it. Then Toastmaster Rehan, you had 2 ands, 2 likes, then one but, 1 usage of a pronoun and 1 usage of style. Toastmaster Subhashini, you just have 1 that's it. Toastmaster Veda, you had 1 like, 4 and a usage of the word drive, along with 3 ands. Toastmaster Nikita, you had 1 5 and 5 ands. Toastmaster Sean had 3 R's, 1 so, 1 and 4 pronouns. Guest Jane had, I couldn't find any gap fillers, and even the words he was not supposed to use, he did not use. Toastmaster Roshni Nadella, she had 1 so, 2 and 1 and. Yeah, that's all for the report as of now. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Namita. Everyone, do congratulate Toastmaster Namita. It was her first role ever, and our counter is extremely difficult. And not just that, she rose up to the occasion and managed to tackle the interesting twist that the TTM threw her way as well. So, very good job on that. Now, well, let's move on to the grammarian, Toastmaster Pranav Bairi.
Good evening again. So I thoroughly enjoyed the meeting, and since it was just table topics, there was a lot of very good use of imagery, and I would like to point that out. I think about enzymes. I think about going back home. That's a very beautiful, very pure imagery. Thank you for that. And the imagery of the experience of cars sitting beside, sitting behind, that transported me right into a 911. Comparison between men's grooming and women's makeup, also a very good comparison. A delicacy to the mouth. I hate all types of toys, all kinds of toys and all variants of them. Also very good use of repetition. Athletics challenges a person mentally and physically. I like that. Boon and Bean at the same time. Rainbow and color, a very interesting topic given by the table topic master. Rainbows are a sign of hope, and the imagery of rainbow emerging from the lake, also very beautiful. Anything that raises your heartbeat, anything which gives you the thrill is called an adventure. A very good use of repetition. And the image, I really like the imagery of a postman in dark navy shorts putting his hand out to deliver the mail. And journals are a testament to the people of the past. First set of spectacles, the thick maroon frames of the banks, good use of imagery. And no ashes, no corpse, no bones. Those was something very good use of repetition, although you were specifically asked not to. And the imagery of slash destruct and destroy the entire village. Dope as always. And Toastmaster, the table topic master actually used activating the colors of your brain. I think that's a very interesting view. And the repetitions of boosted up, also very good. And the final power is a risky but an interesting gamble. That's a very interesting thought. Now, coming to the incorrect uses, I think there was burgers made by the McDonald's, burgers made by McDonald's, and there was a certain pickup line that shouldn't have been used. So please keep in mind. And other than that, there were a few grammatical mistakes here and there, but I was too invested in the topic, and so I didn't note them down. But thank you, and over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranav. So good evening, everyone. I am Toastmaster Subhashi, the general evaluator, who you're already bored of. I can see that. So the meeting started a little late at 5:05, but the role players were on time, so kudos to that. So every time you take up a role, be it an online meeting or an offline meeting, do try to make it early to the meeting so that we can start the meeting on time. And guests as well, please do join as early as possible. Guests in the other role, Toastmasters. Now, we got awfully close. Actually, this is probably the first or second time in my entire term as SA that I've had to say this. We got close to violating the club guidelines a couple of times. So please refrain from mentioning anything that people might mentioning anything in a sense that any sentence that can make us interpret the college in a bad way. So let us refrain from bringing those up. And please refrain from using any sexual innuendos and any pickup lines as such. Not pickup lines, let's keep it very under 18, something that's very clean, nothing that is nothing that's an innuendo. Now, today's session was a table topics marathon, and though our PTM claimed that she didn't know, I'm surprised. This is a very interesting and innovative session, and I'm very glad that I was able to speak as well. I was super excited when I got the topic that when like she asked for the extension. It's like, okay, yay, I get the topic as well. Now, I'd like everyone to avoid contractions such as I'm, isn't, don't. I think I might have used any of these words as well, but let's try not to use those in our speaking in the club. And moving on, let's all try to use as much formal language as possible. Now, we do not have to be stiff and businesslike to be formal, but we can be more concise and maybe not use words like gonna, wanna, words like dope. So let's stick to more formal language so that we can practice for the workplace. I think guest introductions can be included, especially if we have time, so that all the members can be acquainted with the guests. As we've been having a mix of online and offline meetings, everyone isn't acquainted with the guests yet. Toastmaster, really, we're very sorry. This is the general evaluators report. The meeting is over. Now, moving on to the table topic speakers, what interesting table topics and what interesting speeches that came our way. It was a session I've attended after a very long time. It was quite an enlightening and interesting one. So kudos to all the speakers. It was a really great session. And with that, I'd like to pass over control to the president. Before I end, thank you very much, tag team, for helping me out in performing the duties. And with that, over to you, over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Roshni.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Subhashini. Please to release the form so that we all can vote before I proceed with the closing note. Are the forms ready? Undefined? Okay. So I'm also going to take a minute to fill the form. Okay, I'm done noting. So even if you're noting, just lend a ear here. So there is something that I started with. Do you guys remember? This meeting's goal for me is to get away from the stress. But we also did an exercise in which I asked you to not think about a monkey, but most of you ended up thinking about a monkey. So what do you think I'll be doing if I consciously think of not to be stressed? Thinking of the monkey, that is stress, right? No disgrace to the monkey. I love monkeys. So I want all of you, I think most of you might have observed during the session, there was some pattern in which if I said not to use the word, the person was actively trying not to use the word, which ended up being a distraction. Or the person was so anxious to focus on the topic and focus less on the word not to be used that they repeated the topic. And whenever there was a challenge, the challenge was what distracted them. When I said not to use the present tense, it was a challenge. They forgot the tenses. When I told not to use the repetition, it was a challenge. Everything was a challenge. But today I saw people shine through it. They observed, they found a method to successfully deliver their table topic despite the challenges posed. It's something that we can all learn, not only in this table topic session through this and for this, but for everywhere. If the teacher says, don't use ChatGPT, let me not finish that sentence. So giving away the takeaways that I wanted you guys to take away from this session. When you're in a situation, you feel like that's the umbrella that you're supposed to be. And every single second you live, sleep, wake up, that situation is clouding you. For me, I don't have any other thought other than the end semester that is preponed by 2 weeks and it's right in front of my eyes. But I do have an alternative that I would like to propose for everybody in any situation. A thing is proposed to you, good or bad, challenging or easy. Either we think the opposite of it, how not to do this, how not to fail this, or we think about the next immediate thing, which is study, study, study. For my example of end semesters. But how about the second immediate thing, third immediate thing? We never think about it. Our autopilot nature is primarily guided by the instinct of not do it or the first immediate thought. Let's go for social media, considering we are so close to it. You open your phone with no absolute motive, just because you're bored and your phone is near you, you open it. What's the first app you choose? Probably something, the app's name that came to your mind right now, whichever it is for you. But what about the second app? Okay, let's say you have 5 social media accounts that are useless but waste your time. What about the 6th app? What about that Kindle app? What about that Audible app? We do have healthy choices that we prolong or procrastinate or look forward to, but we don't give opportunities to. Just because they are not our immediate first thought or first joy or first stress. So through this session, I wanted us to discover something that we don't often do, which is running away or trying not to do something or doing the first thing that we always think of. Let's give our mind more freedom. Active example, I have a reading app in which I have all my favorite books. I've been actively doing this before I took up this session. I've been trying this for around 2 months now. When I want to open Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, all of that. But whenever that thought comes to my mind, I'm saying, is that really what you want to do? Let's go to that app and read the book. And I'm happy to say I finished that book today. It's around a 200-page book, and I'm happy to say that. So I'm not just proposing this. I think this works. Let us give our mind a chance, and try to get away from this autopilot. Despite us actually having to be there, let's try to take a second thought, third thought. So that's the takeaway that I wanted you guys to have. I hope this helps you in other questions on how to lie better, how to learn to breathe at sometimes and get away from the stress. And I like your smile is always, Toastmaster Namita. That's something I observed. And the second observation from the meeting is I learned a lot about you guys. I feel like this table topic session dug through a lot of you guys, and I feel like I got closer to every single one of you because you had to speak at least 2 table topic sessions, 2 table topics, and somehow you brought up your own story. Like Toastmaster Veda living in Bangalore, Toastmaster and wanting to be a hair professional, Toastmaster Nikita's take on social media. So I think I'm very happy with this table topic session, and I would like to thank the contestants or the audience members who were very active and who made this session successful. With that, I think this session did all it had to do, and even if you didn't have a good time coming to this meeting, I hope you go out of this meeting with a very happy heart and mind. With that, I adjourn meeting number 299.
Toastmaster Roshni, the results have been sent to you. Please announce them
Oh,
before
wow.
adjourning.
I knew I was forgetting something. Thank you for the reminder. Would you like to announce it with me, General Evaluator?
Sure.
Yeah. Best role player.
Toastmaster, table topics master, Toastmaster Roshni.
Best auxiliary role player.
The timer, Toastmaster Samir.
Best table topic speaker for session 1.
Toastmaster Sean.
Best table topic speaker for session 2.
Guest Nikita.
Best table topic session for role players.
Toastmaster Subhashini.
Okay. So congrats to all the winners. Let's try to become better and tackle more challenging table topics. With that, I adjourn meeting number 299. Please stay back for the photo session. It will be conducted by the SA, after which you can feel free to disconnect or stay back and network. SA, over to you.
Thank you. Everyone who can turn on their cameras, please turn it on. Just a second. Everyone, put your best smile forward. We've gotten one shot. Let's take one more. That concludes the photo session. Thank you, everyone.
Guys, I'll be leaving. Have fun.